FlossTube. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin and this is my channel Lady Robins, and I am just thrilled to have you all here. If you are a returning friend and subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for stopping in to see what I am up to. And if you're brand new, welcome to you. I'm really happy to have you here. This is a channel about cross stitch, all my stitchy goodness, my things I've stitched, whips, things I've finished, plans. We'll do all the things. In case you're curious, I am also on Instagram. You can follow me over there. Same name, Lady Robins. So welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys, it has been a bit of time since I came to you with a floss tube, and I apologize. I got stuck on jury duty. And I might have mentioned that last time. I was looking down at my notes. I'm like, did I mention that I was possibly going to be on jury duty? I ended up on jury duty. It lasted for about 2 weeks. It was a pretty icky trial. It was not pleasant content. And that just threw me off my game for a number of weeks. Then after that, I had a little tiny medical, nonsense that I had to get through. So that also pushed me back. So we're done with jury duty. We're done with medical nonsense. So now we can get together. We can talk about stitching. I just got home. I flew in the door about, I'm not kidding, 5 minutes ago. I had to go to work for 2 hours, which is another, bit of nonsense that I had to deal with. Where I work, they give the part-time people so many hours of vacation when there's a national holiday, like 4th of July or President's Day. And that was great back when part-timers worked 5 hours a day, right? We all got scheduled 5 hours a day and it covered our 5 hours. However, they have now changed things around, and so everybody works 8 hours, but I still only get 5 hours of vacation time. So I actually have to go in and make up those hours. So national holidays aren't a whole lot of fun for me right now because I have to make up hours even though the business is closed. So might have to talk to our union reps about that and see if we can get that figured out, because otherwise I have to use vacation to cover those missing 3 hours, and I'm not about to do that. Vacation is far too precious. So anyway, that is my story. I'm sticking with it. Because of that, I don't have a mug of the day, because I was like, oh, what can I do? I can do laundry, I can go grocery shopping, or I can do a floss tube. And I picked floss tube. I picked you over family responsibilities. So I've got my water jug, so we can view the goodness that is all my stickers. So there we go. I've just got a little water in here, so keep hydrated and keep going. So let's look at stitching. I do have, gosh, I don't even know if this was a finish when last I talked to you. I don't think so. So I have what I think is an FO, a new FO. So I will show that. I have a whip that is within an hour of, honestly, an hour of being finished. We'll go over that. I've had some new starts since last we got together. So we have tons of stitchy goodness to talk about. So let's get to it. All right, I am gonna grab what I think is an FO, a finished object. It is my February Snowflower Diaries. I got that done a number of weeks ago, and I just have not had a chance to FFO it. So this will probably have like hardly any days on display, but I'm going to FFO it tomorrow. My girlfriend Lynn is going to come over, and she was curious how I lace things. And so I'm going to, demo lacing for her on this little guy, and couldn't be cuter. I am thrilled to have a finish on this because it just couldn't be sweeter. Look at those little ducks. I just love them. So that is my FO for the video. The other thing that is so close, you guys, so close to an FO is my current 25/7 project. I am working on, as you know, if you've been around here, and if you haven't, I'll tell you, I am working on the 12 days of Christmas stockings. This was a monthly club last year from Crazy Annie's, and I am just about finished with number 4, the 4 calling birds. So let me show you where I'm at on this guy. I've got all the stitching done, and I am just attaching the beads. So all of the white beads are attached. So there was white beads here and white beads in the number 4. And so what's left to get added is red beads go in the center of each of those blocks of 4. So 1 little red bead. So I maybe have a dozen, maybe 15 little red beads to attach, and then this will be a finished object. And I'm not FFOing it until I get more of them done. I'll think about maybe FFOing maybe when I get 6 or 7 done, but I'm not starting that now. It's only February. I have plenty of time to get these things done. And what I was really happy to find in the middle of this pattern, I'll just show ya, is the template for the stockings shape was included along with detailed finishing directions. So thank you, Annie. I appreciate these directions. I will be utilizing those sooner as opposed to later, but not today and probably not tomorrow. So I am really excited about that. And then the next one, I think I will do the 5 golden rings. I think I'll do 5 and 6, and then maybe I'll give myself a little bit of a break. We'll see. We'll see how it feels, but I'm really having fun stitching these. And in case you're new, I do get questions quite often when I talk about my 25/7 stitching. So quickly to explain 25/7 to you, this is where you take a piece that you want to make progress on. You stitch on it 7 days a week. 25 minutes a day or 25 stitches. You decide what you want your 25 to be. I go with 25 minutes. I usually do it in the morning with my first cup of coffee of the day if I don't have to be to work first thing. A lot of my shifts I start a little bit later in the day, so I have plenty of time to you know, leisurely watch a FlossTube, drink coffee, and stitch. So that's the way I like to start my day, and just kind of gets me going on the right foot. So yeah, I'm really close to finishing this 25/7 piece, and then I'll have the ability to have a new start. So that's where I'm at on those. Another thing that I have been working on, it is not as far along as I would have hoped, but oh well. I've been working on Mill Hill. This is my, gosh, this might be the 2nd Mill Hill I've ever done. So I'll show you where I got to on this. This is a Mill Hill called Valentine Heart. And I almost have the heart finished. I just have this little bit, and then of course do all the fill-in on that. I was hoping to get the heart done by the end of February. It's not. It's only the 22nd today, so I still have time to make good on my plans. So I will definitely not be sliding this away. I will keep working on my little Mill Hill Valentine heart. And I'm having a great time working on this. Yeah, I don't know why I don't do more of these, but I think now that I'm kind of in the habit of working on a Mill Hill, I think I'll keep going on them. They're really super fun. So that is one of the WIPs I worked on in the probably the 2.5 weeks since last I came to you with a FlossTube. The other thing that I've been working on is WIPGO. So my WIPGO calls this month were 2 of my favorite whips, and I'm making progress. I'm making significant progress on both of them. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Harbor Haven, and this is from By the Bay Needleart. And this one has 12 different charts, and you can stitch them all together and make, you know, a great big huge long piece, and that's what I'm doing. And so I am working on scene number 3, and I'm hoping by the end of the year to have it halfway done. I would love to have completed up through scene number 6. We'll see how it goes. But right now I am doing scene number 3, and I got a lot done. So when I picked this up, when it was a call on WIPGO, so the, let's see if I can hold it back here. So scene number 3, it kind of starts here, right down here. And so I had the island done, and I had some of the sand done and a little bit of the water. So I have finished all of the water. I have put in kind of these purple flowers down here, and then I have stitched on this tree and put it in the clouds. So I feel really good about where I'm at on Harbor Haven, and it's just so pretty. I just love the colors, and it stitches up. I know you're gonna roll your eyes because all stitchers say this, but it stitches up pretty quickly because there's big blocks of color. I mean, this water, didn't really have to think about it much. You just kind of put in the land masses and then you filled in around it. So that's where I'm at on Harbor Haven. This is on 32 count Weeks fabric. It's in the color, I think it's Seafoam. I look this up every single time. Seafoam. Yep, 32 count Seafoam, stitching it 2/2 with all the called for DMC except the water. I have switched out DMC 502 to Bejeweled and 503 to Turquoise. So I did make those 2 substitutions because I just wanted a little more variegation in my water, and you know, there's a little bit there. I think it shows up, and it's just so fun. So that is my my first WIPGO for February, and I have completed. My goal was 500 stitches. I think that is I think that is too easy. That's what I'm trying to say. 500 stitches, that's pretty quick. So I might up my game on WIPGO here. I might up it to, you know, 750, maybe 1,000, maybe go crazy, right? But yeah, I've done way more than my 500 stitches for my WIPGO call on this guy, which feels fantastic. It really feels great to have done that. And then the other WIPGO for me call is Cardinal Points. So this guy. And I have had a lot of fun on this as well. Now there's a lot of color changes on this guy, but that's okay. I'm totally loving it. It's a-okay. I have done, I'm finally all the way across, and I've been concentrating in the middle. And so I've been concentrating on these flowers in here, and then there's a really pretty planter, I guess, that is next on my list of things to do. In fact, I'll show you that on the chart. So I've got to do this this planter or pot, I guess. So that is where I'm at on my 2 WIPGOs. I have done my 500 stitches, no problem. But I think I'll keep going. I'm just enjoying my stitching so much right now. It is bringing me tons of joy. So that is WIPGO for me for February. Like I said, I completed my goals, but I'm gonna keep going. I have gone a little crazy, you guys. I have 2 new starts, and there's going to be a 3rd one here probably tomorrow. So let me show you what I have started. I jumped on the Strawberry Fair Sal that Helen D is hosting along with Carla at Cobweb Corner. So I got my supplies through Carla, and this is, in case you haven't seen it on Instagram, this is Strawberry Fair, and this is by the October House. And she's got another one that's coming out at Market, which is, it's kind of a honey, is it honey house? Something like that. Anyway, it's super cute as well. It's got a bee skep, and I'm gonna have to get that. I'm gonna have to order that. So anyway, I am doing this also on 32 count. 32 count is my jam, and I am using Fortnite fabric. It's not the called for. It's not the called for. I think my fabric is Swank. Pretty sure that's what it is. Fortnite Schwank, and it has wonderful modeling. It's kind of a vintage country mocha-y, but it's not stamped. I mean, look at the yummy variegation they were able to achieve. So this is where I've gotten to on Strawberry Fair Sal, and I'm just having a complete blast. I've been watching Instagram. There's all sorts of folks that have already finished. There's such great finishes on this out there on Instagram already. So if you're curious, go take a look at that hashtag Strawberry Fair Sal, and you'll see all sorts of finishes or people like me that are posting progress pictures. I did the Helen D conversion, so it's mostly DMC. And then I added 4 classic Colorworks. So I've got Brown Hen, which is primarily the body of the robin. I've got Holly Berry, which is part of the strawberry. And then I've got this wonderful green. And I can't read it. Hold on, hold the phone. I'll let you know. Oh, lemongrass, yes. And so that is this wonderful light green that's the top of the strawberries, and also these kind of swirly decorations on the side are in lemongrass. And then Helen didn't use this one in her conversion, but this is the kind of the breast of the robin, and this is persimmon, so I decided to do that. And then it's also part of the flowers, the flower tops. So those are the 4 classic Colorworks I've used on my Strawberry Fair, and having a great time. And I've kind of done a blast from the past. I decided I used to use thread conditioner when I stitched, and I kind of had fallen off that bandwagon. However, I decided to pick it back up again because I've been noticing lately, it feels like my stitches, because I used 2 strands of floss, they're not laying parallel even if I'm railroading. So I've been using a thread conditioner on this piece, and I gotta tell you, I think my stitches look neater and are laying flatter. So I'm back to thread conditioner, you guys. Leave me a comment if you use thread conditioner, because I know it's not, you know, it's not widely used, but I'm just curious who does it besides me. I really like the way my stitches look using the thread conditioner. And I don't think it's a big deal if you use one strand of floss, but it seems like it makes a difference if you use 2 strands. So I'm back on an old bandwagon and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. And I picked up this floss. This is by Robot Mom Sews, and this is her lemon verbena. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. When I'm stitching, this stuff smells delicious. So that's another bonus to using thread conditioner, because some of them have really, really beautiful scents. And that one, the Robot Mom Sews one, she has all sorts of different fragrances, and she has seasonal fragrances. So that's fun. The other thread conditioner I've used, and you know, it's no longer being produced, is Thread Haven, and that doesn't have any scent to it at all. So it's been kind of fun to use one that has a scent. So anyway, that's my first start. The second thing I've started, and again, I'm using thread conditioner on this as well, is this is a start for my husband, and I gave him, which is such a cheat, but I gave him this pattern last year for our anniversary, and he said, so, you know, the following year you'll get the stitched piece. So I started Silver Creek Samplers Reaping Love, and I'm having a blast stitching it. It cracks me up. It is so cute. I'm stitching this on 32 count R&R linen. I'm using Nantucket Brew, and I am using the called for floss. So whatever she called for, that's what I'm using. So let me show you my little start on Reaping Love. So I've got the top of the little guy, and there's his shoulder, and that's going to be one of the arms coming down. I haven't filled in the face yet, but I'll get there. So that's my start on Reaping Love, which couldn't be funnier. This is exactly my husband's sense of humor. I knew that he would adore it. So that's my second start for February. And then if you were here last video, I talked to you about fabric for Boston Light, which I'm going to do for my dad. So in the end, let me just say up front, thank you for all of your kind comments in answer to my question, what would you do? Because the fabric that I have has lines. They are horizontal lines that I cannot iron out, and I think it's a problem with the fabric. I think maybe it got folded after it was dyed, and then these lines, what do I know? I'm not a dyer. So I thank you for all of your words of advice, your commiserating with me. In the end, what I did was, and you probably are not surprised, I ordered a second piece. I couldn't have peace with it. So I have ordered a second piece, and I haven't ironed it yet. And I think, just glancing at this second piece, I don't think I'm going to have the problem I had with the first piece. So I am ready to start working on this for my father. And I am doing Boston Light by the Primitive Hair. Let me take that out of the baggie so you can see it. So I've got all the called for floss. I am going to stitch it 2 over 2, and that's what I'm going to make for my dad. And I've showed it to him, and he is really excited. So that'll be great. I'm looking forward to making that for him. So that is going to be my third February start, which is crazy, but that's okay. I just want him to have it, and I want him to have it sooner as opposed to later. So you're probably going to see this over and over again, you know, for a month or so while I work on this hard. Because, you know, those parents, they're having birthdays, they're getting older. I gotta hurry up. So I'm gonna start this maybe this weekend if I can't get it started tomorrow. But I am having this little stitching day with my girlfriends, so I might not have time for a new start, but that's okay. That's okay. I want to see my friend Lynn, so you know, that's important. Okay, I have very little haul to show you, but before we move into that, I have to talk about two people that have sent me stitchy kindness, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. One of them is my friend Sheila, and Sheila knew that my birthday was in February. I don't know how she remembered that because I don't feel like I talk about my birthday coming up all that often, but she cross-stitched this and sent it to me before she left on a vacation. And so it showed up a few days before my birthday. I was so shocked, and I'm so thrilled to have it. Tulips are my favorite flower. That girl pays attention. Tulips, favorite flower. I got married in April so I could have tulips in my wedding. So Sheila, this is just absolutely right up my jam. I absolutely love it. Green is my favorite color, as you all know. So Sheila just nailed it. She absolutely nailed it. So thank you, Sheila. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can hardly wait. It's been in my craft room, but I think I'm gonna have to go put it in the main part of the house because I spend more time out there than I do sitting in here. And besides, everybody should see this when they come into my house. So I've got to find a place of honor for this beautiful birthday present. So thank you, Sheila. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, so that is Stitchy Kindness number 1. And then the other thing that just out of the blue, a designer, Victoria of Victoria House Designs, she had posted on Instagram, I think it was 3 or 4 of her Valentine's Day designs. And I just commented because I love everything Victoria designs. I have purchased a number of her PDF charts, and I just said, you know, once again, you've knocked it out of the park or something like that, or, you know, oh, I love your designs or whatever. And she messaged me and said, pick one. I would love to send it to you. How do you say no to that? So I picked this one. I picked my Valentine, and it is wonderful. I love that scroll work. There's a complete alphabet included with the chart, so you can personalize this. I just love it. I mean, look at the keys. Isn't that great? So, Victoria, if you're watching, thank you for this. And for the rest of you, go to her, I think it's an Etsy shop, and get something from her because she designs amazing stuff. Do you remember I called it the turkey on a pumpkin back in the fall? That's one of her designs, and I love her stuff. So Victoria, thank you for this. I really, really appreciate it. It's just fantastic, right up my alley. So that's my Stitchy Kindness. I was just so blessed by people over the last few weeks. I really appreciated it. I have the teensiest bit of haul that I will show you. I'm trying to think if there's anything I've forgotten. I don't think so. So my haul is a couple of frames from Shepherd's Bush. I got the frames for the 2 notes. There's a little crinkling. I apologize. I apologize. So I got the frame for Winter Notes, which looks like this. So I'm going to be FFOing winter notes, and hopefully I will have that done for you for our next floss tube. And then to be ready and proactive, I have ordered the frame for spring notes, which is the next notes pattern that I'm going to start. So in case you're new here, I am stitching along with my friends Sumi and Lynn. We are picking a shepherd's bush notes pattern to stitch, and it's like start a notes, finish a notes, start a notes. There are 14 of them. They are not PDF download. If your local L&S doesn't have them, call Shepherd's Bush. They're so responsive. I love their customer service. I ordered these and I had to wait just a little bit for winter notes frame to be made, which is fine. And they even called me to say, hey, Robin, it's ready. It's in the mail. You should have it in a couple of days. Spectacular customer service. So they would be thrilled to send you whatever notes pattern you want. So I'm going to be starting spring notes. I'm going to wait until March, and then I'm going to dive into spring notes. And then I have a couple of, where are they? Oh, here they are. Okay. I decided, I saw these on Amazon. These are the Nerge hoops. They had a bundle of 3, and my friend Sheila, who made me the tulips, she stitches in Nerge hoops all the time and she loves them. And so I thought, I'm not a very good hoop stitcher, but I want to try them. And she lent me one, and I did use it, and I enjoyed it. So I bought the, you know, the variety pack, and I'm going to give them a try. And I'm thinking, especially this this pink one, I think will fit my fabric for spring notes. So I'm going to try stitching spring notes on my Nerge hoop, and I'll let you know how that goes. Okay, I have a couple of things that I want to start in March. So we have Spring Notes by Shepherd's Bush, and then I see it back here. Let me grab it. Let me grab it. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Avalanche. Okay, so here is Spring Notes. That's the next notes I'm going to start. I'm going to start it in March. I'm going to wait until March, work on some of my February stuff still. So there's Spring Notes, and there's the frame that I just got from Shepherd's Bush. So feel free to join me and Sumi and Lynn on our SAL. It's Thankful Notes SAL is our hashtag. And then when that is done, I am going to jump into busy notes, all bee themed things. So those are my next 2 notes that I'm going to do. And then for spring stitching, I have got a couple of things that has been riding around the craft room, completely kitted up, ready to go. Both are by Hands On Design. They're oldies but goodies. I want to get this one, the Hop On In, stitched and ready to go for spring, along with Life Needs More Chocolate Bunnies. So those are, like I said, I've got, you know, I got the fabric. I have the, I've got the sulkies. I'm gonna stitch these in sulkies. So Spring Notes, 2 Hands On Designs, along with WIPGO. I think I've got lots of great stitching ahead of me for spring. So that is what I'm planning on doing. That is what I'm up to. I have a couple of, well, I've got one floss tuber I want to shout out. She's new. She has 6 floss tubes. Her channel is called STEM X Stitch. STEM X Stitch. She's delightful. I think you guys should all watch her. I am thoroughly enjoying the things that she is stitching. I just adore it. So I have got plans of maybe doing a few things that she's stitching. She's stitching these little tiny charts. They're based on different arts paintings by famous artists. They're really cute. So I might be copying some of that because it's just adorable. So go check Stem X Stitch out. I feel like there's a couple more that I've seen, new ones that I've seen recently, but I didn't write them down. I'll bring them to you next time. Okay, that's it for me, you guys. I hope you are having a fantastic stitchy time. I hope everything's going well in your world. I don't have anything else to share with you right now, so I'm going to let you go on to the next FlossTube. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching and coming back and commenting and doing all the things. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you're a FlossTuber, call me out and let you know you've done that so I can reciprocate, because that's how we get to learn about all of the fun people out there in FlossTube land. Okay, have a great day. Stitch happy, my friends, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.